my channel, which is newly named Fueled Wellbeing. So if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that I changed my name a couple of weeks ago. I've been thinking about it for ages, as clean, lean baked no longer really fit the kind of things that I was promoting. I made that account like 4 years ago. So the name was one at the time that I actually just picked it out of a hat almost. There wasn't a lot of thought behind it. And then the more I thought about it over the years, the more I was like, actually, clean, lean doesn't really fit. Bakes part maybe, but not the other part. And I think I've even mentioned it on here before. So yeah, it's now Fueled Wellbeing, and I think that just kind of really represents the sort of content that I deliver on Instagram. It's all about fueling yourself, well-being, health, obviously a lot about hyperthalamic amenorrhea, just general women's health, body positivity. So yeah, I kind of just felt like that name in itself just encompassed me a lot more. So I hope you like it too. You would have just seen my breakfast there. I didn't film me in it because I was still in my pajamas, and YouTube doesn't need to see that. But I am going to be doing a full day of eating today. There has been a lot of changes probably since I last filmed on my YouTube channel. So I know I did a video when I was just starting my cut, and I maybe did a little one afterwards with an update on the cut. But yeah, a lot has actually changed since then. So I will update you a little bit later about all the changes that have happened, how the cut went, and what I'm basically doing now. And yeah, you'll see a full day of eating, which basically will be me in a small surplus. So like I said, I'll talk about that in a little bit. So breakfast was oats, as you could see, and that's kind of one of two breakfasts. I'm still kind of having two breakfasts basically ever since I started hypothalamic amenorrhea recovery. I started adding in two breakfasts just to get in the calories, and I've never been able to go back. I mean, what's not to love about two breakfasts? And during my cut, I still managed to do that. I just did it carefully. So yeah, so that was my first breakfast. I'm now going to go work out in a gym in Durham, which is actually half an hour away from me, but because I've got the day off, I just thought, why not? It's quite a cool bodybuilding gym, Ultraflex. So I'm going to go there now. And then, yeah, I'll basically try and show you some of my session. And like I say, I'll update you a bit once I get back and things. I think today's just going to be kind of one of those days where I need to do a little bit of shopping. I might go to Dalton Park, which is an outlet near my gym, and things afterwards, but I'll see how we go. Oh, and yeah, it was my birthday this week, and it's the balloons. So yeah, I'm now 34, which is, yeah, a bit scary. Getting too close to 40, way too close to 40, which, yeah, might be surprising to some of you, because I know a lot of people still think I'm like 22 or something, which I'm not going to complain about. But yeah, definitely not 34. Really good leg session. I just love it in there, like the vibe's really cool. They've got lots of machines that I don't have at my gym, so things like the pendulum squat and the glute kickback one and the ab one. So yeah, it's just nice to try different machines. So I've got a bit of banana bread. I'm gonna have that now as just like kind of my second breakfast post-workout, just to tie me over to lunch, because it is already like 11:10, so I'll probably be having lunch in an hour anyway. But because I'm quickly popping to the shops, I thought I'd have this now, otherwise I'd be starving. Yeah, so I'm going to pop to the shops and then I'll probably catch you for lunch. Okay, I just had to show you this. Like, who knew poppers were back? Like, it's just crazy. I remember wearing poppers when I was really young, and there was like loads of shell suit style things. I basically came in to get a load of stuff from Levi, some new jeans, a jumper and a jacket, and yeah, this is what I went for. So, quick change of plan. I only went into the Levi shop, ended up buying that outfit. It's really good because if you've got a blue light card, which is basically like NHS discount, I'm not sure if it's anything else other than NHS, it might be like police and that kind of thing, I'm not sure, but you still get 30% off on top of the Levi's outlet. So it's like, I literally got the jumper, the jeans and the coat for like £110. So yeah, pretty good bargain. But anyway, yeah, I got a message off a friend asking if I wanted to go for lunch. So I've quickly come home, just decided to put this outfit on, why not, it was there. And yeah, gonna go out for lunch brunch kind of thing at a little coffee shop on the coast. Just a little quick one before I go out, I thought I'd just update you basically on where I'm at now. Like I said earlier, things have changed a little bit. I basically reversed out of the cut, so that went really well. It only lasted a couple of months. I only lost about a few kg, and that was all I wanted to lose. Just basically just to kind of recomp a little bit and go into like a building phase more optimally, and that worked really well. I didn't really have any side effects from that. I didn't lose my period. I didn't get, really bad hunger. I wasn't really drained and tired because we only did like a really small cut, so it wasn't too like big a deficit basically. And then I basically spent a couple of weeks or so at maintenance, just to kind of work out what my maintenance was, because I wasn't sure where my maintenance calories would be. I know previously my maintenance calories were like around 2000, that was pre-HA, and then post-HA they were sort of sitting at around 2300 to 400. So after the cut I wasn't quite sure where they would end up, but actually it's probably worked out at about 2300 calories as my maintenance now. So yeah, kind of what I thought it probably would be. And I've now just gone into a small surplus. So I'm now eating at least 100 calories or so above that, so 2,400 to 500. So there's actually basically the calories I was eating when I was going through HA recovery, which is kind of funny because then I put on quite a lot of weight quite quickly, whereas I've been on around those calories and I'm actually not gaining the weight so quickly, and it just shows you like the better place that my body's in. It's not feeling like it needs to store all the extra calories as fat, it's storing it more as muscle, because the fact that my body is in a better place health-wise, hormones are in a better place. And that's kind of what I'm wanting to show by continually sharing my journey, is that the weight gain in terms of, you know, gaining lots of fat and things like that doesn't have to be forever. You just need to get your body to a point where it feels healthy and your hormones are in check and you're able to get a period and everything. And once you've got that, you can do what I've done. So yeah, that's a little update in a bit of a whirlwind. Bleh. Any questions about it, pop below. I have gone back to tracking calories for a bit. So I did that during my cut because obviously I needed to know how many calories I was eating to lose the weight. So I tracked throughout that, and I've continued to track at the moment just to now make sure I'm in a surplus. But I'm probably only going to track for another week or so, and then maybe just go back to intuitive eating, because then hopefully I should have a good idea of the kind of calories I'll be eating, because I do have a good idea from tracking previously. Because I've been eating more plant-based and more vegetarian in the last month or so, it is naturally harder to get the protein in. So I found it useful to track to make sure I am eating enough protein across the day, because there's been quite a few days now where I've got to the end of the day and I've realised like I've still got about 30 grams of protein left. And you know, some days it doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be bang on every day, but just through eating a little bit more plant-based at the moment, I have got to be a little bit more aware of the protein, and obviously that's really important for muscle building. So yeah, hopefully you've got something from that in terms of what's happening now. Also just a little bit of an update on training. I was having a coach set me my training program. So probably since April, May time, I've had someone who's been basically setting my program every 4 weeks in terms of what I'm doing in the gym, rep sets, exercises, all that kind of thing. And it's been really useful because I just think it's sometimes really hard to do your own programming and a bit boring, to be honest with you. So it's quite nice just having someone do that for you. But I have decided for the next few months or so just to basically do my own programming. I am such a geek and listen a lot to like podcasts, read articles. I do know quite a little bit about training now, and I have been doing strength training for probably 7 or so years. So I've got a lot of experience, so I kind of know what my body responds to. So yeah, I've just decided to keep it simple basically for 3 months for this kind of muscle build, rather than having someone change my program every 4 weeks. I wanted to just keep to a program for at least 3 months. So I'm going to be programming my own workouts going forward. So let me know if you're kind of interested in hearing what that looks like, the split exercises, rep sets. The one that I filmed today is still from the program from my coach. And then I'm going to do about another week or so of that, and then I'm going to be doing my own programming. So, right, I have got to go, otherwise I'm going to be late. So I will see you at lunch. Just back in, I had a really nice brunch, which was sourdough with cannellini, beans and poached eggs. It was like posh beans on toast. It was really good. And then I had the protein bar, as you can see. And then I've also just done a food shop. It's been like a really productive day. So I just thought I'd show you some of the things that I generally tend to get in my food shop and just an idea of some of the meals that I'm having this week. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm pretty much eating no meat and very little fish, but I'm still having dairy, so basically plant-based. So a few of my staples are, always get like a couple of packets of these lentils. They're just really handy to add in extra protein, can't speak today, extra protein, and I use them a lot for like my lunches and stuff. I got essentials, ice cream, love Halo Top ice cream, tacos, as I'm actually going to have tacos tonight, I think, as you'll see. So I think I'm going to do like corn mince and black bean tacos. Another packet thing is, these are really lazy, but they just are really handy. So this one's bulgur wheat and green lentils. And it's just a good way of getting in lots of different grains in your diet, which is like good for things like your gut health. Another thing that's good for your gut health that you guys probably know I love if you follow me on Instagram is kefir. I have this all the time on my dessert bowls. So you'll probably see tonight that I generally tend to like mix up like a bowl with yogurt, cereal, fruit, sauce, chocolate sauce, a bit of like a protein shake, Barbell's protein shake, and kefir. And it's amazing. Oh, and ice cream on top as well, of course. Hot chocolate is just kind of getting that kind of weather where I just really fancied hot chocolate. I love the mint chocolate one. And a few boring things. Coke Zero. I don't drink loads of pop, but I do love a Coke Zero. Like I'm actually right now drinking some vanilla Coke Zero, and it's kind of like a bit of a guilty pleasure. That and my Monsters. I always feel a bit naughty for having them because they're probably not the best for you, but hey, not everything can be good for you. What else did I get? I always buy a couple of these like little protein yogurty things. They are really handy to take to work. For snacks, for extra protein. Like I said earlier, I'm trying to make sure I get enough protein in with having more veggie-based protein, so yogurts are really handy for that. Tempeh, that's another one of my favourite substitutes for meat. I really like tempeh. It's just got a bit of a denser texture than tofu does, and I'm making this week some tofu meatballs, which look really good, and tofu Thai curry. So that's what I'm using those for. Loads and loads of fruit and veg that you don't need to see, it's just fruit and veg. Corn pieces. I don't have loads of these, but probably maybe once a week I'll have corn mince, and maybe once a week I'll have corn chicken. And I quite often do these in like a peanut-y stir fry. It's just really nice, and obviously great for extra protein. And pecan nuts, good source of fat and protein. I'm actually going to be making up some shortbready style bars in a minute, so yeah, so I'll probably show you actually what they end up looking like, but I'm making them as one of my recipes for Instagram, newly named Fueled Wellbeing, don't forget. And in them is pecans, so I got some of those. Oh, and some ground almonds, as I use these quite a bit in things like my oat bars that I sometimes make for breakfast as like a batch breakfast for the week, and things like baked oats and stuff like that. And just generally if I'm doing baking, I often use ground almonds. And I think that's basically it. Like I say, bar all the fruit and veg I got. So it's kind of a fairly simple shop because this week I'm on my own and my boyfriend is away. So yeah, it's a fairly basic shop. I would normally probably get a lot more than this, but for me that'll do for the week because I'm using a lot of lentils, black beans and stuff that I've already got in the cupboard. So yeah, so I'll show you what the shortbreads turn out like, and then I'll probably next see you for dinner, which will be the tacos. Now at dinner time, and I'm basically making up my tacos. So I've got my little plate of avocado, cheese, tomatoes, cucumber, and sour cream to go in the tacos. We got my shells, salsa, and a bit of salad, and then yeah, basically it's easier for me to show you up here than take you to the pan. I've got in here some mince, corn mince, and pepper, mushroom, black beans, and the taco seasoning mix just from this box. So yeah, it's literally taken me like 10 minutes to make, which is why I love these kind of meals, particularly like when I'm only just cooking for myself. It's just like, you don't want to be spending like half an hour just cooking away just for yourself. So yeah, apologies for the lighting. I know it's not ideal. I was going to actually like show you me cooking it, but the lighting is just so rubbish now. It's like dark at 6:30 or whatever. So yeah, I will do a little time lapse, and then after dinner I'm gonna like really chill out and just get a bath and have a dessert. So I will show you my dessert, but I probably won't come back on camera just because I'll be in my pajamas again. So anyway, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this full day of eating. It's kind of a little bit different to, I suppose, one of my normal full days of eating, in a sense of, obviously I had like lunch out and it was been a bit on the kind of fly really. I've been so busy today. And I just, I'll quickly go get the chocolate bar. You can't really see it because I haven't chopped them into squares, but these are the shortbready chocolate bites that I've made. And oh yeah, basically I just ate a whole lot of chocolate as I was cooking this. So yeah, there was extra food in there from chocolate that had to be consumed while baking, of course. But yeah, if you want to see any more full days of eating, I'm happy to do full days of eating at work as well, slightly different. Obviously I wouldn't film much else other than the meals, but happy to do that. And yeah, just let me know what you want to see going forward. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one after dessert and after dinner. You get me? Will not waste any leftover taco mix. So yeah, I've just basically put whatever I've got left into this bowl because I don't need food. I hate wasting food. And even with the corn mince and the black beans and the cheese, there's still like about 28 grams of protein in this, so that's a pretty decent amount of protein for a veggie meal. Where did that cheese go? Apologies for the really rubbish quality lighting, but basically this is my dessert bowl, which is yogurt mixed with some My Protein toffee drops, and then I add cereal. So I've got 3 different types of cereal, some of the ice cream, bananas, raspberries, and blueberries and choc shot, and then I've also just added Barbell's milkshake on top. So yeah, that is the dessert. Oh, and there's also kefir as well.